I was going to talk about the different methods for cooking steak. So you got the cast iron.
Cast iron, that's a great way. Gives a good crust on it.
Yeah, in the oven.
You can do it inside with ventilation, or you can do it outside on the grill. It's really good.
Yep.
Or you can grill it over charcoal direct. Get you some grill grates, hot fire. If I'm cooking in cast iron or with grill grates, I still want my grill temp about 500 degrees. That's my go-to temp. 5 to 550. Don't let it get over that, because that's where you'll start getting these bad. The grill grates, they get super hot. And so you'll get wider grill marks. You'll get a charry flavor once it gets over 550.
I hate that charry flavor.
Yeah, and it just doesn't look as good, doesn't taste as good. But so 500 is what you should be shooting for.
You're about to cough.
I was about to.
Why don't you just turn around and get it over with?
I might.
Well, what if you use beverage. What if you Oh,
you got something to drink?
Yeah, I got something for you. What if you cook it without the grill grates over direct flames? Is that something?
Yeah, on regular grill grate, just on the grate that came with the grill.
Yeah,
I do that. I don't do that real often though, because I'm just the number one accessory to me for my charcoal grill is a set of grill grates.
Yeah, but you haven't always had grill grates.
No, and I hadn't always cooked as good a steaks as I do either. Once I found grill grates and then learned how to use them, it's like steakhouse, better than steakhouse.
Yeah, because
I'll put my steak up against anybody's, especially a restaurant.
And you still get the same cooking over charcoal flavor.
Yeah, it just controls it more even. You get better looking marks. It looks good. I mean, to me, that's the ideal way. I would tell anybody, if you want to learn to cook steaks, get you a basic charcoal grill with a set of grill grates on it. Get you an instant read thermometer where you can check the temps until you learn your times, and you're well on your way.
And some grill grates.
Grill grates.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a set of grill grates for the grill.
I do agree with that.
I'm not sponsored by. Brad's my buddy.
Yeah.
I think he's got one of the best barbecue inventions that's come out.
You're saying if he ever went to sell it, you might be interested in buying a grill grate.
It's a great thing. Just somebody comes out with the next best one, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark told me there's some new one that's coming. It's like slanted to where it makes everything run down instead of in the trough. I don't know how to look at it. It's kind of weird. I want him to come out with one that actually has the crosshatch on it.
Yeah.
That you can. It's a grill grate material that's raised up, but it's the hatch.
Well, you said something to Brad about it, and he said it's a issue with packaging.
Oh, is that what put it together?
Machining was what he said, because it's hard to cut a circle or a square out.
Oh, yeah.
They can cut straight lines, but they have a hard time cutting a bunch of circles.
Man, I've seen them laser machines. They can cut anything.
It might be more expensive.
It may be so. I don't know.
Cowboy style steaks. What's your opinion on cowboy style steaks?
Is that you talking about the cowboy ribeye, or are you talking about just throwing them on the daggum coals?
I guess they're called not cowboy
caveman. I've never done it. Never had one. I've always had great. I mean,
why would you want one?
I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if maybe it'll be a fail video.
Let's
you do that?
Yeah.
I got some steaks in the freezer.
Yeah, let's try it.
We'll throw some, I'll do it on the egg and get the royal oak good and hot, and then get a blow dryer and blow the ash off, and then throw it down there. And every time I've seen somebody do it, and then they, they'll get that char on them or whatever, and then they'll throw it out and cut it. It's always like too rare for me in the middle and burn up on the outside.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a Pittsburgh fan, Pittsburgh steak, you kind of like that sometimes, don't you?
I don't like it too charred on the outside. Like, I want it to taste a good charcoal flavor, like
I need to see what it's all about. I need to see what it's all about. Because I would have.
But I like the rare.
Even though I use cast iron, I would have said, "Man, cast iron steak's not gonna hang with my charcoal steak." And then I was proved way wrong this week with that steak video. I was like, "Wow."
Well, we did the cast iron steak, and then a little while later, you had 2 extra of the exact same steaks, and you cooked them
just straight on the green egg, without the cast iron.
It was not as good.
It wasn't as good.
They were good.
They weren't as good.
They weren't. I think basting them in butter.
Did you get the brown butter and the garlic and the thyme? Because all I did was throw them on while we cleaned up, and then took them off, and they were cooked right. I mean, there might have been a little more rare because I babysit them. I just kind of got to run this board in, got to wipe this down.
They were a little more rare, but that didn't bother me. They just didn't have the same.
I ate them on a salad
level
like
of flavor.
the next 2 or 3 days. I'd get a little steak, put it on a salad roll.
Infrared heat, like a beefer.
It works. You can
like
you're talking like the Bruce Chris style.
Yes.
You think of the super high heat, 1800 degrees.
Yeah.
They throw them in there and it starts cooking the outside, and they flip it, and they work.
That's how
it is my least. Well, I won't say least, because there has been a time in my life where I've cooked a few steaks on a George Foreman. Bet you didn't have that. Did you have George Foreman on there? I was going to say, I bet you didn't have that on there, did you?
I've never had it.
So I would rank it like George Foreman being the worst. I've never done the caveman, so I don't know where I'd put that yet.
Yeah.
But the top broiled steaks, what that is to me, is you can cook them like that. They're just I don't like it because you can't really season them. They say you can put salt and that's it on them. But if you go to putting seasonings and stuff on them, they burn because it's just such high heat.
Yeah, it's like 1800 degrees. Usually.
I'm a low and slow guy. I mean, I've cooked some on the beefer. Had the guys come out and they're good, but
the salmon was better than the
steak. Yeah. The sides and the salmon was really good.
Yeah.
It's not as good as a charcoal steak, and it's not even as good as a cast iron steak.
Oh yeah. Everybody said how good Ruth's Chris steaks were.
Yeah.
We went.
That's been some years ago.
Yeah.
I haven't been back.
40.
Was it my 40th birthday I went to Ruth's Chris 5 years ago? You know, that was probably my first time to ever go there.
Me too, and I was kind of disappointed.
You know, the best thing about it was just the juice and the butter and dipping the bread in that.
That was good. But the steak was kind of plain.
Yeah. It wasn't nothing fancy, was it?
Mm-mm. So.
I can tell. Another way, sous vide.
Oh, I forgot about the sous vide.
Yeah.
But you got to finish them off with the sous vide, don't you?
Yeah. I can tell when something's been sous vide. It's just, I can just tell the texture difference. And a lot of people swear by it. I don't know why you'd want to cook a ribeye in that. I could see cooking the lesser cuts in it, but it's something that takes a long, the typically low and slow stuff that you could put in there and really
or something without a lot of marbling.
A fillet or something like that. It works great in restaurant settings where they're controlling the temp and they're going to nail their doneness. But if you've got time to cook one over real fire the whole time, I think it's better.
Well, you are you
could sous vide and then do it in the cast iron. I know a lot of people do that and they swear it's the best steak ever, but
you're kind of a sous vide snob. You're not a big fan.
It's just I get it.
You just don't enjoy.
I could boil stuff too. Crock pot's great. You could cook a steak in a crock pot if you wanted to.
I have had that.
Crock pot steak?
I don't know.
I don't know if I've ever had that. I would rank that down there below. I don't know. George Foreman could beat a crock pot steak.
I thought the George Foreman would be good. I've never had a George Foreman grill.
Oh, it was a college. We had them in college.
Yeah,
and I learned to cook pork chops in it. I could cook little steaks in it. I could cook chicken breast in it. It's on the slant with the little tray where everything drips down. And
your mom still has.
It's like cooking it between two. If you think of when you're ironing shirts and you got two irons and you just sandwich something between it and you cook it, put some ridges on it. You got you could.
It gets cooked.
Yeah, it gets cooked. It gets cooked. That's a bad thing. That's a good way to put it. It gets cooked. So does probably 6 minutes in a microwave. It gets cooked. That's a good way to put it. I hadn't tried an Instant Pot steak or air fryer steak. I guess people do those too. I have.
Brad sent us a grill grate attachment for our what
the Ninja Foodie.
The foodie.
We hadn't. Yeah. I gotta put that to the test. That's a good one to do an Instagram something funny with.
Yeah.
See if it works.
Yeah. I'd try it.
Yeah.